What's up, ladies and gents? It's Idahodub with the famous Matt Curry. What's your YouTube channel?
YouTube.com/the Mac MK.
The Mac MK.
Yeah.
We'll put a link to his channel, like I said I would do in the bowl video we played. That's the man I beat live and in person, guys. That wasn't
You finally got your revenge.
That wasn't a scripted video. I finally won a game. So Mac and I were supposed to be joined by Pokey, but he's not able to. He's out. He's a drug dealer, so he's out making runs tonight or something. That's just what I assume he's doing. I have no idea. But he couldn't make it. He might join us. He's going to shoot me a text if he can hop on with us. Mac and I have terrible webcams. This is super low budget right now. So
It's a recession.
yeah, bear with us. Comment throughout the, we're going to go through all the bowl games. Mac didn't know that going into this. He thought we were just going over some BCS games and a few non-BCS. We're running through every bowl game. We're going to give you our predictions, super scientific stuff. By scientific, I mean not scientific because we don't know much about a lot of these teams. But it'll be fun. It should be entertaining. If we say something about a team that we know nothing about, feel free to leave a comment with your 2 cents, and we're going to try to incorporate all the comments we can. We got computers running. We got iPads running. We got stuff everywhere. We're ready for this. So, Mac, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Am I flickering again?
Yeah, you're
It looks
flicking
like,
a little bit.
yeah, dude. I got like
That's
I got like a poltergeist in this house or something. So
Need a young priest and an old priest.
it gets a little weird in here sometimes. So let's go ahead and dive. Actually, well, anything that you want to talk about first? Anything before we get into and we're not talking about the Packers-Cowboys game. Anything else you want to talk about?
I was going to suggest that, but that's it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I should talk about the fantasy football. Mac was in the Idahodub Fantasy Football League, and Mac, where you at right now? What place? What are you fighting for? You fighting for like 7th or 8th in that consolation bracket?
Like that. I think I'm like 6th right now.
Tearing up the consolation bracket, dude. Go you. I beat Zach, actually, who was on the last Idahodub Live. I beat him last week, or the last 2 weeks in the playoffs, and he made a wager with me. He was trying to get like some crazy bets going on. He was like, how about if I win? I can't remember if he won, he wanted me to like shave my head or something. I was like, shave my head? It's on Twitter. That's the truth. He actually asked me that. That's insane. But what we ended up deciding to do is whoever won, because he has a YouTube channel, whoever won got to post a video on the other person's channel. So I won, so I'm going to be posting a video on his channel pretty soon. I might just do something insane. I don't know yet. We'll see. But in the championship, it's me, Idahodub. Go figure. The guy who set up the leagues in the championship. League manager, Perks. And I'm taking on the Cam Rats. I think he has Cam Newton, maybe. I assume he does since he named his team the Cam Rats. But thanks to everybody who played that. Let's dive into the bowls. Mac, you ready for the first one?
Yep.
The Glyden, New Mexico Bowl. We have the Washington State Cougars taking on the Colorado State Rams. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the floor. Who you got? And tell us anything. I mean, who do you have and why? And you can say, because I have no idea, and I'm just picking this team because I like them. That's fine. That's acceptable.
Washington State actually had like the biggest bowl drought out of any major BCS team or major BCS team from a major conference or whatever. So I think they're actually going to be really hungry, and they've been playing in a tough conference all year long. So I'd have to go with the Cougars.
Okay. No love for the Colorado State Rams, huh?
Nah.
Well, fun fact, I have some family in Colorado. They're actually all Buffalo fans, which sucks for them because the Buffaloes suck. University of Colorado sucks. Colorado State's not bad, man. They're not bad. I cannot name any of their players. They have some guy, number 5, I remember he's pretty good. I ended up watching a game this year, some Mountain West game. But I got to go with the Pac-12 here, man. I'm pulling for the Pac-12 as well. I think Coach Leach is going to get it done. Who's their quarterback? Connor Halliday? Is it Halliday? I think it is. He's not bad, man. He slings it. They beat USC this year, given USC sucked until they fired Kiffin and Orgeron took over. But they did beat USC, which was huge for them. They made a run. They're finally in a bowl game. So it's good to see another Pac-12 team in there, man. We got a lot of Pac-12 teams to go over tonight. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, both of us on board for Wazoo then, huh?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to pencil it down. We're going to go back to this pretty soon. So after all the bowl games are over, we're going to go back and we're going to see who was right. Next bowl up, let's take a look here. I guess we get no comments for the Colorado State Wazoo game. I guess no love for that. Next bowl game up. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl. First of all, a question for you. What is Royal Purple? Is that a company?
It's a color.
Hey, is this like a Sesame Street bowl? Today's bowl is sponsored by the color purple and the letter P. All right. So we got this. Actually, should be a pretty decent bowl. We have Fresno State versus USC. So, you know, two top 25 teams. Fresno State looked good. They got David Carr's baby brother, and hopefully he doesn't have the career David Carr had in the NFL because, you know, he got murked. And then we got USC, who's having a nice run, you know, fired their head coach, fired their second head coach, got a new head coach. I don't know if Sarkisian's coaching the game, do you?
I was going to ask you the same question because it kind of influenced my pick.
Yeah, I don't think that he is, but I'm going with the little guy in this one, man. I'm going with Fresno. I think David Carr's little baby brother is going to be able to sling it. They look good. They ended up losing a game. I think they lost to. They played somebody in the Pac. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they lost in the Mountain West. But I watched them
in the Mountain West.
Okay.
I can't remember who it was though. It was a really close game.
Yeah. So I got Fresno in this one, but I think actually I'm kind of excited to watch this game. I think it should be good. Marquise Lee, is he a sophomore? It might be one of his last games. He might be bouncing.
It should be his last game.
Yeah. So I got Fresno. Who you got?
I got Fresno too. I think Derek Carr is the best player on the field, and he plays the most important position. So got to go with the best player at the most important position.
Wow. Decisive. I like it. You catch a lot of Fresno State games this year?
No, I don't.
What? Why not?
Because they're on the West Coast and they play at like 11:30 my time. Same thing with all the Pac-12 teams.
Hey, little baby can't stay up that late or what?
Yeah, that's like 3 hours past my bedtime, dude.
All right, so we pencil us both down for Fresno then, man. Hopefully we switch, and I think this might be the game that'll switch us right here. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl, baby. Woo! Taking place in Boise, obviously. There's only 2 other stadiums in Idaho, and it's not going down at those 2 places. We've got this. Here we go. Buffalo, University of Buffalo, taking on San Diego State. The Aztecs versus is University of Buffalo the Buffaloes?
Pretty sure they are. Yeah.
They're the Buffalo Buffaloes.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, all right. So, who you got in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl taking place on that pond-looking turf that Boise State has? Who you got in it, man? San Diego State. So many California schools and bowls. Yeah. Or Buffalo. Where's Buffalo at? That's in Buffalo, New York, right? Is it New York?
Is it in New York? I thought it was like Indiana or something.
I know Buffalo. There is Buffalo, New York. That's where the Bills play at. But I'm assuming University of Buffalo is also there. But I don't know, man. I'm not a geographer. Is that a job? Is that a field? Who you got, man? Who you got in this, Mac? I'm just hear what you have to say.
Well, I got Buffalo just because I think that the MAC is a better conference than the Mountain West, and they have blue jerseys. They're going to be blending in with the turf. It's going to be hard for San Diego State to see them.
Oh, you're going with the old blending in theory, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That never fails. 99% of the time, dude.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. We got a few comments. Let me see it. No, they're the Buffalo Bulls. Oh, corrected. Mr. Dan Hay corrected us. Thank you, sir, for that. Let's see. Junior Ryan's going with USC on this one. Let's see. Dan Hay thinks that the Bulldogs are going to win as well. He's on board with us. Junior Ryan brought up the Packers Cowboys. Not talking to him. No, I'm just kidding, Junior. So, I think I'm going to. I don't really, I'm going. Let's do this. Let's do a little East Coast, West Coast, even though you're not really on the East Coast. We'll do a little rivalry in this one. I'm going to go with San Diego State, okay?
All right.
The game takes place in Idaho. The problem with this is just a theory, since you have a blending in with the turf theory, that it's probably going to be a little cold in Idaho. And I know this because I'm actually headed back to Idaho tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for the whole Christmas vacay. And it's going to be a little cold. So the San Diego boys might have a tough time with the weather. That's my only concern. The Buffalo boys, we know they can deal with the weather if they're from New York. I mean, we still haven't confirmed that. I mean, if there was something we could go to and look up to see where Buffalo is at.
Somebody in the comments should do that.
Yeah, somebody should check that out for us. Somebody confirm that Buffalo is actually, in fact, in Buffalo. At least we know they're the Bulls now, not the Bills, not the Buffaloes. They're the Bulls. So, all right, I'm going with San Diego State. SDSU, baby. That's our first controversy right there. Next bowl game up. Who's next on the list? All these bowls take place on the same day, by the way. These are all the December 21st bowls, so these go down Saturday. And the last bowl on Saturday is at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh man, you might want to stay up for this one, Mac. This is the R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. We got Tulane versus Louisiana Lafayette. I'll go first. The Raging Cajuns, am I right? Isn't that?
No.
Yeah. That's
yes.
Not? It's got to be. Where is Fat Sexy when you need him, man? Because he's a Louisiana.
Yeah,
fan.
that is.
Okay, Raging Cajuns.
Yeah.
Confirmation. All right, we got two sources, two people. You and I. We don't know what we're talking about, where teams are at, but all right. Buffalo is in New York, by the way. Confirmation from Junior Ryan. I'm going with Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns. And the reason why is because Fat Sexy, a longtime subscriber to the channel, always asks me to play as them or talk about them, and I like the name Raging Cajuns. It's in New Orleans, so they have home field advantage there. I'm going with the Raging Cajuns. Who you got, Mac?
I got Tulane. They put up a whole lot of points, and the Raging Cajuns don't. And I have seen some Raging Cajuns games because the college that I attended, Middle Tennessee State, they actually they played in the Sun Belt with them for a while, and the Raging Cajuns were always kind of good on defense. They have I think they've had the same coach forever. They're always pretty good on defense and run the ball down your throat. So I think that Tulane's just going to put up too much points for them.
Side note, Tulane is also a home game for Tulane because isn't Tulane
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I need to, instead of just looking at bowls before this, I should have looked at where the schools actually are located at. All right, so we got another controversy, man. I got the Raging Cajuns. You got Tulane. We got ourselves an old-fashioned New Orleans rivalry going on down there. Little showdown, battle for bragging rights. Wait, isn't the Sugar Bowl also in New Orleans? I think so. It's in, maybe?
Is it in the Superdome or is it in the where the Falcons play?
Oh.
The Georgia Dome. I think it's in the Georgia Dome.
Might be, dude. Might be. I don't know. All right, had ourselves. We're split again, man. Split decision there. So we're finally getting a little breakaway. December 23rd game, Beef O'Brady's Bowl, St. Petersburg. That is a mouthful. Is Beef O'Brady's like a soup? No. Crickets. Okay, crickets.
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, it takes place. Where does it take place at? I have no idea. Beef O'Brady's. That sounds like some Midwest. Like it kind of sounds like Campbell's Chunky Soup.
It kind of does.
Yeah. We have a nice little matchup here. Ohio, University of Ohio, not to be confused with the Ohio State, versus East Carolina. Man, who you got?
I got Ohio. I just think the MAC is just as strong as the American. So I really think there's a lot of good teams in that conference. They're pretty underrated.
Question, do you only like the MAC because your first name is Mac? Is that why?
Not true.
It's not?
No, it's not true.
You think really? It's not true.
It's not true, I promise.
Okay. All right, you're lying to people right now. And I don't know how many people exactly are viewing this. Might be 5, might be 8 people. But you're lying to all those people, okay? You know what? I know nothing about these teams. All I know is East Carolina, they're the Pirates, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jack Sparrow's got himself out of some tricky situations in the past. He's a Pirate as well, so they have that in common. Beef O'Brady's Bowl. Pirates love beef and Brady's. So I'm going with the East Carolina Pirates on this one, man. Primarily because I have no idea who plays for either of these teams, and I'm going against the MAC all in general. I'm just going against the MAC, dude. You and the conference.
Yep. Yep.
All right, we're split there. We're split. So far, we've got Wazoo. We've each got Wazoo. We've each got Fresno. I've got San Diego State. You've got Buffalo. I've got Raging Cajuns. You've got Tulane. And I've got East Carolina, and you've got Ohio. So that brings us to the big, big, big matchup, December 24th, the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. We've got Oregon State taking on Boise State. Who you got, Mac? Who you got?
I just don't think there's any way that Mannion and Cooks don't have like 6 touchdowns combined at least. Boise does not have that good of a defense from what I've seen stats-wise, so that was one of the games that I actually did research on. And I don't think there'll be any way that Boise State can handle the Cooks-Mannion combination.
Okay. I'm excited for this game. I was shocked that Oregon State got into a bowl after their season because there's so many. I mean, Washington State had better wins than Oregon State did, knocking off USC. I was shocked they got in there. But, yeah, it was good. It was good to see them get into a bowl. It's funny that they're playing a Boise State because I mean, I know you're not a Pac-12 guy because you have to stay up too late to watch them. But a few years ago, this was actually a rivalry. This was like starting to become a pretty big rivalry because they would play every year, and it was fun. It kind of went back and forth, and then Boise exploded and got huge. You know, the Fiesta Bowl win over Oklahoma, and that rivalry just like stopped. And then it kind of became like Oregon Boise State for a couple years. They like hated each other after LeGarrette Blount, socks him in the face. But this used to be a pretty big rivalry, and so I'm excited to see it because I have a lot of friends, obviously, who are OSU fans. And obviously I have a lot of friends that are Boise State fans. I think Oregon State wins, and I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. I think because Chris Peterson's gone, and I think that hurts him. I'm shocked he didn't stay around just to coach the bowl game, but I guess once you take a job somewhere else, you got to go recruit for the other team. So I think Oregon State's got it, and I think primarily because of the coaching. Not that I don't think Oregon State's capable of beating them. Boise State's definitely not as good as they have been in the past. So I got to go with Oregon State on this one, and I hope I do see that Mannion's the Biletnikoff Award winner Brandon Cooks combination quite a few times. That'd be nice. Maybe I don't want to see that. Then that will entice him to come back for another year and not go pro. But we'll have to see. I think he might go pro. I would go pro because I'm all about the Benjamins, baby. All right, Mac. So that's Christmas Eve. What are you doing for Christmas, man? Any plans?
I'm heading up to Wisconsin to see the family.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You excited about that?
Yeah. I leave on Sunday. I'm going to be watching the Packers-Steelers game in my car.
And you're not going to... Are you driving?
Yeah.
And you're going to watch the game?
Well, I'm not driving personally.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, kids, this is what you shouldn't do once you can start driving. Yeah, dude, got the iPad pulled up, just watching the game, just doing a little crocheting, driving with my left foot. Nice. That'll be cool. Hope the Packers lose and they're out of the playoffs. I heard Mr.
Hurtful.
Yeah, I got a lot of hate. I got a ton of hate for the Packers right now. A ton of hate. So much hate. I heard a little rumor that A-Rod may not be coming back. Why am I flickering, man? I got like the
I don't know.
older guys.
I heard today that he practiced and he was feeling good and that he thought that he was going to play, but it was a medical decision tomorrow. So.
Oh, okay.
He said he was out there full practicing, completing all of his passes, and doing good. So,
I hope he does play, and that somebody from the Steelers runs in there and cracks that collarbone right back up. And I hope Matt Flynn comes in and gets hurt too. And I hope all the bad things that can happen in the world happen to your Packers.
And I hope you guys still run the ball only 7 times in the second half with the lead.
Almost didn't make it this week, guys. Almost did not make it this week. Whoa! What do we got there? So E.T. phoning home? All right. So after Christmas, celebrate Christmas, wake up, you see the Dub has dominated the bowl selections thus far. Then we got some more games on the 26th, guys. We've got the Little Caesars Bowl, okay? Your friendly neighborhood pizza parlor. You like Little Caesars?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's that good a pizza, but...
It's only $5.
That's true. That's true. It is. You get the most bang for your buck at Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Pizza. All right, we got Pittsburgh versus Bowling Green. Who's the famous Mac got?
Bowling Green just came off of a big win in the MAC championship, so I'm gonna have to go with them. They beat Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois is pretty good, so I gotta go with them. Even though the ex-Wisconsin offensive coordinator is Paul Christ is now the coach of Pittsburgh, and he's a really, really good coach. I just have to go with the hot team right now, and I think that's Bowling Green.
Okay. Going against your fellow Wisconsin Knights, huh? Is that what do you guys call it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wisconsinite.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wisconsinite. All right, I got a question. Since not related to this bowl game, how much cheese do people eat in Wisconsin? You guys just like nom-nomming on cheese all day, or you guys are like no cheese?
A lot of cheese, a lot of beer.
Cheese and beer. Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. You guys, not a lot of gluten-free people up there, huh?
Nope.
Very cool. All right, let me. Well, I'm gonna get some of the comments here, but I'm first gonna make my pick, and I'm actually jumping on the MAC bandwagon there. I saw Bowling Green play one time this year, and that was against Northern Illinois. They look good. Pittsburgh, I haven't followed them too much, but Pittsburgh over like the last decade has been a team that's overhyped. Like all the time. They're always overhyped. And people are like, it's Pittsburgh's year. Probably because Mark May went to Pittsburgh and he's on, ESPN. And he's always like, yeah. And then, Lou Holtz like, Pittsburgh. So I'm not, shout out Lou Holtz one time. But I'm just not a big Pittsburgh guy. I haven't been for some time. And I think they're overhyped. And I think Bowling Green gets it done, man. So I got to go with BGSU, man. Isn't it Bowling Green State University? Am I correct? Yeah. Plus, they got some pretty sick uniforms. I like their colors.
Yeah.
You can't go against that. If all else fails, just choose the people with the cool uniforms.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy. All right, before we get to the next bowl game, let me post down. We're both on the Bowling Green. Bowl Green. I'm going old school here and writing this down. All right. Kelly Peters has Oregon State in the bowl. Oh, that's TJ. That's I played a few bowl games. Actually, I played a bowl game the other night with him. He lives in Florida. Shout out TJ. Why's your name Kelly Peters? Why'd you put that? Is that your mom's account? Are you logged onto your mom's YouTube right now? All right. Dan Hayes got Boise State. Taking Boise State. Bold move, Dan. It's not a bad pick. Jerry Curry. Is that you?
That's my dad.
Oh. FYI, Badger Volleyball just knocked off #1 Texas to go to the championship game. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the women's volleyball.
All right. A little love out there. Very nice. Knocking off Texas. Speaking of Texas, man, who do you think they're going to hire as their next head coach?
I don't know. Maybe Will Muschamp. I think that'd be pretty dumb, but he was the one that was going to be there anyway, so I think they might go back and get Muschamp because Florida's not real happy with him right now. Yeah.
He's a good coach, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they had so many injuries this year. It's ridiculous. All right. By the way, the Sugar Bowl is at the Superdome. So we've got that down. Dan Hay and Junior Ryan are both hopping on the Ohio bandwagon, so they're rolling with the MAC, the conference and the man, the myth, and the
Always
legend.
go with MAC.
Yeah. Always. Is that like your pickup line? Always choose the MAC, ladies.
Yep.
All right. I like it. Okay. Next bowl game. What do we got here? Okay. San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl. Duh. Always go with San Diego Credit Union. How do you have enough money as a credit union to sponsor a bowl? I mean, I guess anybody can sponsor a bowl game. Speaking of that, I'm going to start a Kickstarter fund for the Idahodub bowl game next year, guys. We're gonna play it in my backyard. We're actually gonna invite Division 1A teams. It's gonna be fantastic. All right, in this matchup, we've got. Oh, this is a game. I don't think I played you in this. I've played this game twice. Utah State. I know you're excited about this game versus Northern Illinois. San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl. Man, all right. Who you got? Who you got in this one? I know you're excited for this game.
This was actually the video that I just put up on my channel. I just did this. It's actually a game that I'm really excited for. It's really a clash of a great defense from Utah State and a great offense from Northern Illinois. I'd have to take Northern Illinois in it because Chucky Keaton, the starting quarterback for Utah State, he's been out for like half the year. And then their backup, he took a shot to the head by some dirty Fresno State guy. So he might not be playing. He has a concussion or something pretty bad. So he might not be playing. And if they're in a game against Northern Illinois with their third-string quarterback, I don't think there's any way that they can put up enough points to hang with Jordan Lynch. He's just way too good.
All right, so you go NIU on this one, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know too much about Utah. Are you there?
We there? Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. Something happened. I got kicked off. Are you now the host?
No, I just rejoined yours.
Okay. Yeah, because I am like not the host anymore, but that's okay. That's all right. I have no idea what happened there. I was about to say NIU is who I'm going with, and the reason why is because Jordan Lynch. I don't think that he can be stopped. I think he's probably a little upset that they lost in the MAC championship, and yeah, I just don't think he can be stopped. I think he wants to go out on top, try to boost his draft stock a little more. I don't think he's going to be a quarterback in the NFL. I think he knows he's not going to be a quarterback, but I think he wants to. I mean, it's a pretty big stage. It's not a huge bowl, but I mean, it's going to be in front of a national audience, so he's going to want to showcase his talents. So I think I'm going with NIU on this one. Sorry to the Mountain West. Shout out Utah State, though. I know that I have some friends at Utah State. All right, we're both on the NIU bandwagon. All right, what's the next bowl game here? I don't know what happened, but I don't have a control panel anymore. I'm just like, something's going on here, Mac. The ghost, dude. I was telling you that earlier.
I don't know. You were talking and then you were gone. I just rejoined
I know.
it.
Yeah, it was like continue broadcast, and I was like, no, I just want to end it in the middle. Yeah, let's stop there. I'm kind of sick of talking about the bowl games. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably this internet, man. This internet out here Oregoni way is not too great. All right, next bowl up. Starting on the 27th, now we're into December 27th, the Military Bowl, presented by Northrop Grumman. Northrop Grumman. I don't even know what half these companies are. A little ridiculous. We have Marshall versus Maryland. Who you got?
I have no idea about any of these teams. I watched Maryland play one time this year, and they got beat like 56-0 by Florida State, but they have some pretty cool uniforms. Like, a lot of people hate on the Maryland uniforms. I think they're pretty dope. I got to go with Maryland.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going with Maryland on this one, and I don't know anything about these teams either. I'm going with Marshall because We Are Marshall, the movie, duh. And I do not like Maryland's uniforms. I think they are nasty, man, nasty. They're just I don't know what's going on with the like. What is it supposed to represent? Do you know like what's going on there?
I think it's
Anything?
like their flag or something that's the corner of their helmet. I don't know. But I just think it looks cool. I have no idea. I know that they have that along the baseline of their basketball court, too. I think it's their flag.
Like their state flag or their...
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
The state flag.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, I have regained control of everything. I don't know what happened there. Sorry for the malfunction, guys. Next bowl up. So you're Maryland on Marshall, just to Just to clarify there. We'll get back into the comments, but technical difficulties. I was panicking there. Next bowl up. Ooh, Texas Bowl, man. Texas Bowl. Syracuse versus Minnesota. I'll go ahead and go first on this one. I'm going with the Golden Gophers because I think as one final salute, if you will, to Mac Brown, Texas is going to lose. I think they're going out with a bang. Because Mac's still going to coach, right, even though he resigned?
You just said Minnesota versus
Texas.
They don't play Texas.
Oh, Syracuse. I was thinking of the Texas Bowl.
Yeah.
Guess what? I just gave away what I was going to talk about in my other video, or in my other bowl game matchup. Well, I'm going with Minnesota still because I have no idea about either teams, and I can't go against the Golden Gophers. Who you got, Mac?
Minnesota's my neck of the woods, so I got to go with them. They're really good. We were running on a hot streak late into the season, and we went into Minnesota, and their defense is stout, and they can run the ball. If their quarterback, if he completes like 45% of his passes, I think they win this game easily. Syracuse is not very good.
Who's Syracuse's coach now? Because they lost their coach to Buffalo, right?
Yeah, I didn't think they had a coach.
They're just
I think
just doing it themselves, huh? Just going out there. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I just
cool.
thought the players ran things there.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're just gonna save the school a bunch of money this year, and we're going coachless. So you got a quarterback. He'll call the plays. If he gets hurt, next guy up. Let's get out there. Run some plays. Here's a game of NCAA 14. They got a whole bunch of plays in there. Script your playbook off that. We'll get it started. All right, so we're both on the Minnesota Golden Gophers bandwagon. Let's check some comments, see if anybody's blasting. Oh, Dan Hay on the Marshall bandwagon too, dude. Not a big fan of the Maryland uniforms. TJ's on Maryland bandwagon, so he's going with you. We got a Oregon rep over here, so Oregon rep over here. Zach Munson, are you saying that you're representing Oregon? I like it. All right. Dub's mic ain't working. Maybe that's when it went out. Somebody leave a comment. You can hear me, right, Mac?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, as long as you can hear me. Dude, I don't know what's going on, man. I got, like, flickering going on. There's all sorts of bad stuff going on. All right. Keep the comments coming, guys. I'll keep reading them. I'll do a little recap. We got quite a few comments going. Some of you, I like it. I like that you guys are picking your bowls with us. Maybe I'll go through the comments. Leave a suggestion or your selection for the bowl games as well on every bowl game. Maybe I'll go through and pick them, and then I can do like a little sheet of what everybody picked and how accurate they were. Should be good. As I have like a flickering contest going on over here, I'm gonna switch the camera over to Mac real quick since he's got that stable stream. You're in Tennessee right now, right?
Yep.
All right. Next bowl up, the Fight Hunger Bowl. I just put this one up. I played against Idaho Prodigy. I lost as BYU. Who you got, BYU or Washington, Mac?
I got BYU because Taysom Hill is a beast. He is really, really good. The quarterback for BYU, he can run. He is strong. He's basically Jordan Lynch. And I just don't think that Washington, without a head coach, is going to be able to properly prepare for them. And their defense is also really good. Wisconsin played them this year, so I got to see them. They're a lot better than Washington, I think.
Okay. Hopping on the Storm and Mormon bandwagon. I like it. That's BYU's actually pretty close to where I grew up in Idaho. It's about 3 hours away. That's close in Idaho because everything's remote there. But I'm going with the Pac-12 again. I'm hopping on that Washington bandwagon. Keith Price, I'm not the biggest fan of. I think their backup who destroyed the Beavers this year. I was at that game. That was real fun to watch live. But I think that Bishop Sankey, man, he's a beast in the backfield. I think it's going to be close, but I think that the Washington's a pretty good football team. Maybe a little overrated at the beginning of the season, but I like them. I like them over it, and I got to stick with the Pac-12, man. So I'm going Washington. We got another split there finally.
Who's coaching that game for Washington?
I don't think Chris Peterson is, but don't quote me on that. I just can't imagine he would come in and coach it,
Yeah.
Maybe like their offensive coordinator or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Sarkisian is going to text it. You're going to have, like, somebody on the sideline just shooting them in. He'd be like, dude, verticals, all 4 verticals. Go. All right. We're on to December 28th. We're inching closer to the BCS Bowls. We got the New Era Pinstripe Bowl. Rutgers versus Notre Dame. Who you got? Oh, hold on a second. Kelly Peters, thanks for the Dub has that potato connection comment. I appreciate it. You should see it, dude. It's just a whole bunch of potatoes strung together with a wire. I just slam it into my computer. All right. Who you got? Rutgers or Notre Dame?
I got Notre Dame simply on the fact that they're the only team to beat Michigan State this year, and I think that is a big accomplishment now, considering they're the 4th team in the country. So, yeah, I think I got them. And Rutgers plays in the American.
You have a lot of hate for the American Conference. What's up with that?
UCF made it to their BCS Bowl game.
Is UCF in the American League as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
They won it.
I wasn't sure what league they were in, but UCF's not bad, man. They're pretty good. They beat Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying Louisville's great, but I mean they did beat Louisville. All right. Yeah, I'm going with Notre Dame too. I mean I don't know too much about them. I know they didn't have a great year. I think they were overrated last year when they went to the national championship. But I got Notre Dame. I don't know anything about Rutgers, and I just feel like Notre Dame plays quality opponents throughout the entire year, and Rutgers, they're still in the Big East, right? That's still a conference for football?
No, that's the American.
Oh, they're in the – oh, Rutgers is also – so they switched it to the American League now.
Yeah.
I am learning so much tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Mac. You're an excellent teacher.
No problem.
All right, sweet. So we're both on the Notre Dame bandwagon. Next up, this is the bowl. This is the first bowl I put up, the Belk Bowl, Cincinnati versus North Carolina. We got a lot of North Carolina fans that watch this channel, so it'll be interesting to see what the comments are if one of us picks Cincinnati. Who you got, Mac?
I got North Carolina simply on the fact that that's Zach's team. So.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. All right. Well, you stole my pick. Just kidding. Because I'm going with Cincinnati, baby. And this is based primarily off of NCAA 14 when I played at Cincinnati. And their quarterback's pretty quick. And that's how I judge a team. If your quarterback is pretty quick, I'm giving you the edge on that. So I'll go with Cincinnati. I know we're gonna have Zach. We're gonna have Mr. UNC. He's gonna be mad. There's gonna be a lot of angry individuals with that pick. But I'm going Cincinnati, man. All right, UNC. You got that. We're pretty well split right now.
Yeah.
What did your dad say? Your dad said Gophers large. They say he thinks that Minnesota is going to cover big time.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're good.
Dan Hayes is going with Syracuse. Junior Ryan confirmed he can hear me. TJ is going. He's actually going to the Gator Bowl.
Hoo-hoo.
He just says nonchalantly, "I'm going to the Gator Bowl." BTW. All right. Somebody's got Brolem. Beasley's got Washington. Junior Ryan's going with Washington. Kelly Peters. TJ's going with BYU. Okay, so we're about split there. We're about split. Not shabby, not shabby. All right, after the Belk Bowl. Here we go. Ooh, this will be interesting. Russell Athletic Bowl. Miami, the U versus Louisville. Teddy Bridgewater. I'll go ahead and get this. I'll go ahead and get this kicked off. I think I'm going with Teddy Bridgewater in Louisville, and here's why. Because after they lost to UCF, you heard nothing about Mr. Bridgewater. You heard I don't know what happened. I don't even know if they played the rest of the season. I'm assuming they did because they made it to a bowl game. But you just you didn't hear anything about them. And before the season, it was Teddy this, Teddy that, and he was a front runner for the Heisman. He was going to be like the #1 draft pick, which I do think he's good, but I think there's better college quarterbacks than him. So, are you yawning right now? What, are you getting tired? What time is it out there?
No.
But I'm going with Louisville, man. I think that Teddy's like, you know what? The draft's going to be coming up, and I need to make a name for myself. I need to, reinvigorate people. I need to get them thinking about me again, and I think this is his platform to do it. So I'm going with Louisville on this one. Who you got, Mac?
I agree. As much as I have talked a bunch of crap about the American. I got Louisville too. Teddy Bridgewater is really good, and Miami's playing without their best player, their running back. I don't know his first name, but his last name's Johnson. He's been out since I think he tore his ACL in the Florida State game. I just think he's their leader, and without him in this game, Teddy Bridgewater is going to put up a crap ton of points, and Miami and Sammy Morris aren't going to be able to compete.
Okay. All right, we're both on the Louis bandwagon. I like it. I like it. Sometimes, we can choose the same things. Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. Didn't you just say you were Buffalo Wild Wings last Sunday?
Yep, for the Packers and Cowboys game.
About to lose your connection here. Michigan, Kansas State. That shouldn't be too bad. I watched quite a bit of football, both those teams. I was in Reno when Michigan was favored by 2 over, who was it? I can't remember who they were playing. They were favored by 2. A lot of people lost a lot of money on that game. What game was that? There was a bunch of missed field goals. Overtime game. Maybe it was Notre Dame. Did they play Notre Dame this year?
Yeah, they did. They beat Notre Dame.
They beat them by like 1 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but there's a lot of people in Reno upset that went down that way. So you got Michigan or Kansas State?
This one's pretty hard for me because Michigan is extremely inconsistent. If it's the Michigan that played against Ohio State, if it's a hungry Michigan team, I think Michigan because that team's really, really talented. But there's been 7 games probably this year where they have just completely not done anything on offense, and their defense couldn't stop anybody. And if that happens, then I'd have to go with Kansas State. They are in the Big Ten, though, so I'll say Michigan.
Okay.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Michigan's been super inconsistent. What's their quarterback's name? Carpenter? Is he even still? Is he still the quarterback still?
Devin Gardner.
Gardner, that's right.
Yeah.
He is super inconsistent. I feel like that's where quarterbacks go to die. Like, Denard Robinson, he was all hyped up, and then it was just like done. And then his elbow was all jacked up, and then Gardner was all hyped up, and he's looked like crap. As soon as he threw number 98 on or whatever, lineman's jersey he's wearing, it's just not been treating him well. But yeah, man, I think I'm going with Michigan still. With that said, I have not watched too much Kansas State, and they're in the Big 12. Michigan plays quality opponents. They played Ohio State really well. They just play in bigger games, and I think they pull it out. Plus, I like Coach Hoke, so I'm going with Michigan on that one. All right, next bowl game up. Bell Helicopter Armed Forces Bowl. You're going to like this one. You already know this one, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Middle Tennessee versus Navy. Do I even have to ask? Break down. Give us all right, set the mood for a Middle Tennessee State football game. What's it like when you show up there? So the people can know what's going on when you go to Middle Tennessee State.
When you go to an MTSU football game, there is a mean and loud 3,000 fans in that stadium.
Okay.
And it's pretty intense. They play football like they play basketball. They score a crap ton of points and play no defense. So I think it's going to be a really fun game to watch. Navy's probably going to score 45. I just think MTSU scores 49.
Okay. Well.
And that's going to be the next video I put up on my YouTube channel, by the way.
Hey,
that game.
Go check his channel out. The Mac
MK. Yeah.
Yeah. I will definitely put a link in there this time. You've got like 12 different channels. You've got like 8 Google Plus accounts.
I have 1 channel, and actually I have 2 channels and 1 Google Plus account that you couldn't find.
Did you delete your videos then from your YouTube channel? Because I went there the other day and I must have went to the wrong one, man. You must have 2 accounts. You must be lying to me.
Maybe there's someone else with my name out there trying to be me. Everybody wants to be me.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going with Navy on this one. Okay, because they protect and serve our country, and I like the midshipmen, man. I like their helmets, and they run the triple ops, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. You can't go wrong with that. What you can't go wrong with is a crappy integrated webcam because this thing is just not cutting it today. You're about to be fired, webcam. Get with the program. All right, so I'm going with Navy. We got you, MTSU. All right. What's Middle Tennessee State's mascot?
We're the Blue Raiders.
Blue Raiders.
Yeah,
What?
and our mascot is a Pegasus named Lightning.
What's the difference between a Blue Raider and a regular Raider? A regular Raider. Are they more of like a? I mean, just the color? They come
It's
from like
just
some
the color.
Smurf heritage. Okay.
It's just the color. Like, pretty much, it's the exact same thing as the Texas Tech Red Raiders, except for they're red and we're blue.
Okay. Do you guys have the pit, as the Oakland Raider fans call it?
We don't.
You don't. Okay.
We don't have a student section. Well, we have a student section. It doesn't have a name.
How many students pack it? Because I went to Portland State, another school that gets, they get rowdy, a lot of fans. Stadium about 3,000 people as well. I mean, the stadium's huge because that's where the Portland Timbers play the soccer. Shout out Timbers, but I do not like soccer. But we don't get that many fans at the Portland State game. So 3,000 people, are they all students, or is it just kind of like, I'm going to go to this game because they're giving tickets away free? What's going on there?
It's pretty cheap to go to, and Murfreesboro is where it's located, and it's a really big city. I don't know. There's a lot more than 3,000 people there. I think because we've been good recently. It's our second year in a row, third year in a row going to a bowl game. It's been filling up pretty decently, about 3/4. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let's check out some comments, see what the people are saying. TJ got a lot of potato jokes tonight. Potato humor's strong with this one. Is your webcam also run by potatoes? All right. Keep the potato jokes coming. Those never get old. It might be. This thing is really angering me tonight. Junior Ryans, he flipped a coin for Middle Tennessee and Navy. Middle Tennessee won, so he's on your side. Dan Hayes rolling with Navy. He's also rolling with Louisville. TJ's rolling with Navy. Jerry Curry going with Kansas State, man. Going with Kansas State. Going against you.
My dad hates Michigan.
Oh, okay. Junior Ryan also has Michigan over Kansas State. Kelly Peters, TJ. Is your first name Kelly? I'm confused by that, man. You get screwed up every time. He says 3 overtimes. I'm not sure which game he was referencing. He's going with Penn State. Are they in a bowl? They're not in a bowl. They can't go to a bowl for like 4 years, right?
Yeah, they're not in a bowl.
Yeah. I have some inappropriate joke to go there, but I'm going to bottle that one up deep down inside. Dan Hayes got Cincinnati. TJ's got Michigan. Somebody's representing Florida. Just shouting out, repping Florida. Okay. Next bowl game. Looking at the comments, it looks like a ton of people are viewing this, but it's just pretty much you loyal guys, and I appreciate that. Much obliged. All right, next game up. The Franklin American Mortgage. You got to be kidding me, dude. How ridiculous is that bowl name? Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl. Ole Miss versus Georgia Tech. Is Georgia Tech still run the triple option?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, I'm going with Ole Miss. I'm just throwing that out there. Haven't watched a lot of football. Just going with the SEC on that one. Ole Miss. Let's do it. Who you got, Mac?
I got Georgia Tech. One of my buddies, Jordan Veal, is a rambling wreck, and he backs them pretty hard. I got to go with Georgia Tech.
All right. Georgia Tech, Ole Miss. That's what I like. We're giving you the facts. Nothing subjective here. All of our decisions based on completely objective findings. That's 100% incorrect. Next bowl up. Oh, here we go. The Valero Alamo Bowl. That's gonna be in my next video. I have it edited. I just gotta do the voiceover. It's going to be epic. I played against Spurs Elite 25. He's actually from Oklahoma but lives in Texas now. I won't tell you who I played as yet. But Oregon versus Texas. Who you got, Mac?
Mac Brown goes out on top. I really don't think Oregon wants to be there. They really don't want to be there. And Texas is going to be playing for Mac Brown's last game. I mean, he's a great coach. Well, he was a great coach, and they want to be a part of that legacy for his for his final game. I really think Texas is going to show out and show out hard.
Okay. As much as it pains a Beaver fan to say this, I don't know if you can see that because we have a strobe light going on apparently instead of a camera, but I got to go with Oregon on this. And I'll go back to what I said about Mac Brown. I don't know. I just think that it's going to be one final, one of those to Mac Brown on his way out. He is a great coach. I mean, I think it's stupid they're getting rid of him. I think he is a great coach. I personally like Mac Brown. I don't know him personally, but I just like him from what I see in interviews. He seems like a nice guy. I'd want to play for him. I don't like Oregon, so it's hard for me to say this, but you're right. Oregon does not want to be there, and since I live in Oregon, I hear it all the time. I mean, there's that huge thing where they said, we don't want to be in the Rose Bowl. That's what they said. They're like, we don't want the Rose Bowl. It was like natty or bust. And, all these signs. We want Alabama. Everybody wanted Alabama. Well, you can't have them unless you're playing the Sugar Bowl. So I don't think that Oregon really wants to be there, but I think that they're just going to show up and destroy them. Keep in mind, Texas almost lost to Iowa State, which Iowa State's not bad, but they almost lost to them, and they got murdered by BYU. Oregon is way too high-powered offense for Texas to stop. So I think it's the Ducks, man. Pains me to say that. Sorry to all my Beaver fans out there. All right, who we got next? National University Holiday Bowl, another Pac-12 team. Arizona State taking on Texas Tech, the Red Raiders. Who you got, Mac?
I hate Arizona State with a fiery passion that burns deep inside my heart. So I got to go with Texas Tech. And Texas Tech has a really good they have a really good quarterback who is definitely going to be playing on Sundays in the future. So I got to go with them. They can put up a lot of points.
Allude, on this whole hatred that you have for Arizona State. I don't know what you're talking about here. Is this something to do with that Wisconsin game or something? I don't know.
The language I would use if I was going to talk about that is not permitted on this hangout right now. So.
Okay. All right, yeah. We don't want you to say anything like, shut the front door. Yep. I'm going with Arizona State. Pac-12, baby. Arizona State's good. They're real good.
They are really good.
Yeah, they're good.
I mean, they almost beat us, so you have to be really good.
I think the scoreboard showed that it did go that way, right? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, Oregon State beat you guys last year, so don't act like you're that great.
That was Bielema.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How do you feel about Bielema, by the way?
He's a scumbag, and I'm glad he's gone.
Okay.
But that's really how pretty much everybody in Wisconsin feels about him.
Yeah.
Everyone's glad he's gone and really glad Gary Anderson's there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with Arizona State, and this is just a Pac-12 pick. I like Arizona State. I'm going with them. It does hurt me to say that, though, because you guys already know. I've talked about this in a video before. I want to go there my entire life, and they rejected me. And I sent an appeal like, please let me in. And they were like, don't ever send us another letter again. You're not going to this school. I hate your guts. So I do have some hatred in my heart for Arizona State too, but I got to rep the Pac-12. That's a Pac-12 pick right there. ASU, baby. Next game, another Pac-12 team from the same state, the Advocare V100 Bowl. We got Arizona versus Boston College. I do not know much about Boston College this year, except they have some sort of – they had a Heisman guy there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Who you got?
I got to go with the Heisman guy. He's ran for over 2,000 yards this year. Definitely got to go with him. They can keep the ball away from Arizona for more than 3/4 of that game by just handing it off to him over and over and over again. I think they'll destroy time of possession, and I don't think the game will be that close.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, Arizona State, their one shining moment, or Arizona, I mean, their one shining moment was the Oregon win, obviously. But Oregon's I mean, if you just play physical with Oregon, I think that you can beat them, which they proved and Stanford proved, and Oregon State almost won the Civil War. So I think that Arizona is going to be a little overmatched in this game. They're a good team, but I just think that Boston College is better. Their running back's a beast. And that's basically, I'm going against the Pac-12 in this. I have not watched too much of these teams. I mean, I've seen Arizona obviously more because they're a Pac-12 team, and I watched most of that Arizona-Oregon game. But I'm going with Boston College. I'm going against the grain on this one, so we're both on board there. The Hyundai Sun Bowl, Virginia Tech versus UCLA, another Pac-12 team. That's a ton of teams in the Pac-12. Va Tech versus UCLA. Who you got?
I got UCLA. Brent Hundley is a beast. That's
that it?
That's my reasoning. Is that Brent Hundley is a monster.
He's overrated, in my opinion. I'm not the biggest Hundley fan. I think he's a little overhyped. With that being said, I mean, I do like myself. I do like me some Beamer ball, you know, but Virginia Tech's having another semi-down year, and UCLA is good. I don't know where this game's located at, do you? The Hyundai Sun Bowl? Sun Bowl's probably in Phoenix, maybe?
Probably.
More of a home game for UCLA. I don't know how well UCLA fans travel. I mean, California fans in general don't travel very well, I don't think, unless their team's doing really well. That's just like USC fans. They don't show up unless their team's undefeated. But I think that Hundley's okay. Hundley's good. I think that they can pull it together. I like I'm drawing a blank on the coach's name now. Former Washington guy. Coached for the Falcons. Jim Mora Jr. That's who I'm talking about. I like Jim Mora, and I think he'll have him ready to go. And that'll give us another Pac-12 win, you know. It's all about that Pac-12. So I'm going with UCLA as well. But I'm not, mark my words, I'm not that high on Hundley, man. Do you think he's got a pro career?
I don't know. I think he's like RG3-esque. I don't know if he's going to be great in the NFL, but he's the same kind of player. So, I mean, he can work in a lot of the new systems the new NFL coaches are running.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe he'll go to the Eagles with Chip. He's only a sophomore, though, right? He's a true freshman last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So he's got one more year.
Sophomore.
All right. I think this one might. I mean, you might know more about this than me. This is definitely just going to be a pick for me. Rice versus Mississippi State. I'm just going right off the bat, Mississippi State. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, Mississippi State played with Alabama for 3 quarters, and they pretty much just beat themselves. I think there was 3 turnovers by Alabama in the first half, and Mississippi State would just turn it over right back to them. So
right.
I do think Mississippi State is definitely a better team.
Yeah, I mean, you play in the SEC all year, and that they should have beat Bama.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Mississippi State's a smart choice there. I don't know much about Rice. I saw a game. Maybe they were in another high-scoring game. I just remember all I can remember about Rice is when a few years ago they let Case Keenum put 10 touchdowns on him for the NCAA record in a game. So ever since then, Rice, I'm probably never picking you guys. I don't even eat rice anymore because of that game. So I mean, you guys ruined a whole bunch of stuff in my life. All right, Junior Ryan's got Virginia Tech. Oh no, he just said Virginia Tech versus UCLA in El Paso, Texas. Sorry, Sun Bowl's in El Paso.
Okay. Somebody
said it's in Phoenix. We got a whole bunch of people saying different places, so it's definitely, we can all agree it's in the United States. So I think we're all right there. John Johnson's got UCLA. Junior Ryan's got Va Tech. TJ's got UCLA. Dan Hayes got UCLA. A lot of people going with us on that, man. Junior Ryan flipping a lot of coins. Are you do you do a little ref work on the side? He flipped a coin for Arizona, Boston College. Boston College won. Arizona for TJ. Boston College for Dan Hay. John Johnson, ASU. All right. We got a bunch of people for Virginia Tech. John Johnson, Texas is terrible. Oregon could win with backups alone. The backups might get a little work, man.
Starters don't want to be there.
Let's see. Is anybody? Junior Ryan's taking Texas as well. I don't know that anybody else is going with you on your Texas pick, though. Your dad said he likes the strobe lights, taking him back to the 70s. All right. Shout out Jerry Curry, man. Okay. Next bowl game up, boys. And ladies. I don't know if there's any ladies out there. I highly doubt it because the analytics page of mine says I'm primarily male watching this channel. Okay. Ooh, Chick-fil-A Bowl. I have not played this bowl yet. And what day is that? The 31st. I'm going to have to play that when I get back, like as soon as I get back from Idaho. Texas A&M versus Duke. I'm excited to see what goes down in this, but I think you and I have already talked about it. Who you got, Mac?
I got Johnny Football. I don't think Duke is really that good. I mean, they're a surprise this year. They're definitely better than Duke has ever been before, I think. But they got destroyed by Florida State in that ACC championship. They didn't put up any fight at all, and I don't think they're going to put up any fight against Johnny Football either, who should have won the Heisman.
Okay. John Johnson not high on Mississippi State. Not high at all. He's taking Rice. He's got some hatred for Mississippi State. That's all I'm going to say about that comment. I'm going with Johnny Football as well. Although I do like when I always like to see basketball schools do well at football. Like when Kentucky, what was that quarterback's name? It was that year that there was like 6 or 7 teams that moved up to number 2 in the country. His last name was Woodson, I think. He was number 2 quarterback for Kentucky, and then Kansas. Maybe he played for he was Kentucky. And there was another guy for Kansas. It was like kind of like a small little window where a bunch of basketball schools were doing really well at football, and students were like, "Oh, wow, I guess I can root for the 2 sports here." It's awesome to see that. I like to see that. With that said, I think Duke is gonna get the hurt put on him, especially since Johnny Football is not coming back to college next year.
Yeah.
And he wants to be like, hey, Pro Scouts, check this out, and put on a little show for us, which I'm excited for because he's the most entertaining college football player to watch right now, hands down. So I'm getting on the A&M bandwagon with you, that Chick-fil-A Bowl. I think you and I played the Chick-fil-A Bowl last year. Wasn't it like Clemson and somebody? Clemson LSU, was that the game last year?
I don't think we played that game together.
Maybe not. I just remember that game last year. It was a good game. I probably lost because I think I only won 1 game in the last year's series. All right, the TaxSlayer.com Gator Bowl. This is the one that TJ is going to. Nebraska versus Georgia. Whew. Who you got, Mac?
I actually should have done a little bit more research on this because if Taylor Martinez plays for Nebraska, then I definitely have Nebraska. They're really good on defense, the Black Shirts, and their offense with the explosiveness of Taylor Martinez could really put a hurt on a Georgia team who's not going to have their starting quarterback. Aaron Murray's out for the year. I think that Keith Marshall, their second best running back, is out for the year too. They're pretty depleted on defense. I don't know. I would have to go with Georgia, though, because I don't think that Taylor Martinez is playing. I could be wrong. I don't think he is. And if he's not, I got to take Georgia. Todd Gurley can run all over them.
Yeah, I'm going Georgia on this one. Even though Aaron Murray's out, Gurley's a beast. I don't know if Martinez is in, but I'm not high. I mean, Martinez likes to just throw it to the other teams. So I'm not that high on Taylor Martinez. Georgia's good. They got a stout defense. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that, during the Auburn game. But I think Georgia's got it. Nebraska, Bo Pelini, is he getting fired soon?
He's been on the hot seat forever. I do think they made a statement that said he was coming back next year for sure, but it seems like he's been on the hot seat the last 2 years. They haven't been doing good since they came to the Big Ten.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just went postal after one of their losses, I think. So.
Yeah, it was like a personal conversation he had with some reporter, and then the reporter ended up posting it to the media and everything.
Watch out for those reporters, man. When they come to interview you after this dub live, dude, be careful what you say. All right.
I will.
Everybody's pretty much on the A&M bandwagon with us. Oh yeah, I don't see anybody getting on that Duke bandwagon. All right, next bowl up, boys. We're blowing through them right now. There are a ton of bowls though. Whew.
Yeah.
I'm parched. I'm out of my drink. I'm just thirsty. I'm hungry. All right, next bowl up, Heart of Dallas Bowl. This bowl's sponsored by the Heart of Dallas. It's presented by Plains Capital Bank. UNLV versus North Texas. I'm going with the Runner Rebels on this one. UNLV. Don't know why. Just doing it. Shout out Vegas.
I'm going with Mean Green because they're the Mean Green, and that's a pretty awesome nickname.
All right, North Texas, doing this old-fashioned way, jotting our picks down with the pencil.
North Texas, actually, they hung with Georgia for 3 quarters, and my one of my friends is a big Georgia fan, and I watched that whole game with him, and they are extremely good at tackling. There was like 0 missed tackles in that game. Their little corners were tackling Gurley like nothing. So.
Do you think Gurley? I mean, doesn't that kind of? I think I might go with the name change. I mean, no, it's his last name, but isn't that kind of weird? It reminds me of that Johnny Cash song, "A Boy Named Sue." You know, I mean, that's kind of sucks. I mean, I'm sure he never got made fun of as a kid, right?
Oh no, he's freaking huge.
All right, Capital One Bowl. This is the bowl you and I played, my man. All right, break it down. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're taking Wisconsin, but let's hear what you got to say.
Last year I took Stanford.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I did, but I got to go with Wisconsin this year. Wisconsin is going to control time of possession like no other in this game. Yeah, South Carolina has a great defensive line to stop our running attack, but Jadeveon Clowney is a pass rusher. He's just meant to pin his ears back and just run straight at the quarterback, and he's not going to be able to do that in this game. He's going to have to cover ground and is going to have to cover misdirections. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. And Wisconsin's already played against Kane Coulter from Northwestern. They've already played against Braxton Miller and Taysom Hill. We know how to deal with scrambling quarterbacks. Braxton Miller had less yards passing than one of our receivers had receiving in that game. So I don't think that Connor Shaw is going to be able to do a whole lot against our defense, which is filled with great seniors this year. And I think we actually win big.
Oh, wow. Win big, huh?
Yeah.
Going against if it goes, hopefully it comes down to a game like you and I had, because that'd be a fun game to watch, man. That was an entertaining game.
It would.
Yep.
It would.
Coming down to somebody going for 2 and getting it, it's a ballsy move, boy. It's a ballsy move. It was fun, though. It was good. But I'm going with Connor Shaw and the old football coach. I think that I don't think Jadeveon Clowney is going to have a great game. Just another overrated player. He's good. Not as good as he is in NCAA 14 because he's the best.
Yeah.
The best there ever was. But, yeah, I like Connor Shaw. I think that where's this game even being played at? Where's the Capital One Bowl played at? Do you remember? Oh, I guess we had to play it at one of our stadiums online.
It's in Florida. It's like Disney World, that place. Yeah.
Okay. You guys have to travel so far when you go to bowl games, man.
Yeah,
Florida.
We travel really, really well, though.
Yeah, that is true. I remember the Oregon State game. You guys had a ton of fans. Yeah, I'm going with South Carolina on this one, so we're split there. Sorry about that. Sorry to go against your Badgers. All right, next game up. Who do we got? Ooh. Iowa, LSU in the Outback Bowl. I'm going LSU on this one. Les Miles bowl game. Give them a month to prepare. They're pretty good. They played in the SEC. I think they're gonna beat Iowa. But I'm interested to know what you're gonna say since you're a Big Ten guy.
Yeah. Zach Mettenberger, the great quarterback for LSU. He's not playing. So I have to go with Iowa. This is like their national championship. They don't get to play a ranked SEC team every year. I really think they're going to come out just on fire, wanting it way more than LSU is going to. And their defense is really good, just like most teams in the Big Ten. Their defense is fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed you said Zach Mettenberger, the great quarterback.
Yeah.
You have some ill things to say about him? Let's hear
No,
it.
that was not sarcastic at all. I really think he's really, really good.
Oh, I don't.
What did he do to make you think he's not good?
I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know. I don't think he's the greatest passer in the world. Don't you think he's a tad bit overhyped? I mean, what has he done to make you think he's great? They're primarily a running team. Yeah, so did what's his name from Auburn, who's not a great quarterback either.
By running, their secondary is really good, and the Auburn guy didn't tear him up by throwing the ball. He tore him up by running the option.
All right, well, I guess jury's still out on Mettenberger. Well, he tore his ACL, right? Was it just his ACL?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Same thing with Aaron Murray.
Yeah. All right. Rose Bowl. Michigan State, Stanford. Now these are two teams that are big,
Yeah.
strong, punch you in the mouth football. I like it. That's the kind of football I like to watch sometimes. Who you got?
Michigan State has the best defense in the country right now. I don't think there's any disputing that. They have three senior leaders who are all shut down at their position, and they're all going to be extremely excited to play this game. They haven't been to the Rose Bowl in a while. And with Connor Cook, the quarterback for Michigan State, really playing well at the end of the year in the Big Ten Championship. And so I think they're a real complete football team now. And I don't think there's many teams in the country that could beat them, let alone Stanford.
Yeah, I usually hop on the Pac-12 bandwagon, but Michigan State should be in the national championship, in my opinion. They are good, and unfortunately they lost to Notre Dame, but they're real good. And dude, it's hard not to like D'Antoni. He is an awesome coach. So I'm going Michigan State on this one. It should be a fun game though. Stanford's tough. They're big. You know, they like to run the ball. They do a lot of similar things, but not as good as last year. And Michigan State's just so tough on defense. So I'm rolling Michigan State as well. All right, let's get a little comment update before we roll into the thick of things here. LSU over Illinois by Junior, or over Iowa by Junior Ryan. LSU. Everybody's on the LSU bandwagon.
SEC biased.
Yeah, that's true. South Carolina's good. They beat Clemson and Missouri. I think that's South Carolina stuff. Wisconsin's running backs. Your dad's got the Badgers in a squeaker. Is your dad a Badgers fan, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. South Carolina, we got another Wisconsin guy in there. Pretty much everybody's on that the old South Carolina bandwagon. A lot of LSU people too. So that's interesting. I'm interested to see what people are going to say about Michigan State. Defense is better, so what's going to come down to? I have Stanford over Michigan State. Definitely will be a good game. Michigan State by a field goal by QVH Uno. Stanford by TJ. All right. Let's get into the bowls then, man. Okay, before I get into the more BCS bowls, there's some odd bowls. You know what? I'm just going to talk about those real quick. We'll go through those before we talk about it. The GoDaddy Bowl, man. Arkansas State, Ball State. Who you got?
Ball so hard. State. I got Ball State there in the MAC.
I'm going with Ball State too, only because, well, they lost me money in Reno, but I had been following them pretty much all year. And my buddy was like big on Ball State. He was like, dude, you got to bet on Ball State. And I know that I keep talking about I'm betting a lot. Now I sound like a degenerate gambler. I'm not. Small bets, but Ball State lost me money that week, so I was angry. But I think they're going to redeem themselves this weekend, even though I'm not going to be betting on them. So I'm going with Ball State as well. BBVA Compass Bowl. I should probably play this bowl since ID3 plays for Vanderbilt. But it's Vanderbilt versus Houston. What was their final record at the end of the year? They started off, they almost beat Ole Miss, and then they had some tough losses. But they did have some decent wins, too. They beat Florida, right?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, who didn't beat Florida, right?
Yeah.
So, who you got in that one, Vandy or Houston? I'm going Vandy just because, ID3 plays there, and I gotta roll Vandy in this one.
I haven't seen anything on Houston, so I got to go with Vandy. They've been tested all year. They played in a bunch of really big games, so got to go with them.
Yeah, they're good, man. They're good. I mean, they got some decent wide receivers. That Wesley Matthews. Isn't that your boy? Wesley Matthews? You don't like him? Wesley Tate. I'm getting Blazers confused now. Wesley Matthews for the Portland Trail Blazers. What did you say they call him? Wedley Tate?
Yeah, Wedley Tate. Because he doesn't talk so smart. so we call him Wedley Tate.
Oh, that's great.
Vanderbilt, so he must be smart, I guess.
Yeah, how does that work?
I don't know.
All right, we got a Ball State, not losing your money today. All right. And then I think there's one more bowl that's not the Cotton Bowl is not a BCS, correct?
No, it's not.
All right, Oklahoma State, Missouri. I just played this game too. Did I play this with you?
No.
I did. Oh, that's right. I played it with Idaho Prodigy. We got another Idaho Prodigy game coming up soon. Oklahoma State versus Missouri. This should be an interesting game. I'm gonna go with Missouri on this one, just because I think their defense is a little better. I think they can shut down Oklahoma State's high-powered offense. Not shut it down for good, not bottle it up completely, but they can bend but not break. And I think Missouri is just a little bit better. They got a decent offense. I think it's going to be a good game. I think there's probably going to be a lot of points scored, but I'm going with Mizzou on this one.
Yeah, I got to go with Missouri too. Oklahoma State's really good. Don't get me wrong, but there's just way too much talent on both sides of the football, especially on offense for Missouri.
All right. Well, since we already went over the Rose Bowl, let's dive into the rest of them. Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. This should be a show. We got UCF, Central Florida, and Baylor. Baylor's been known to put up a point here, point there, point everywhere. Who you got, Mac?
I got Baylor. Their only loss was to Oklahoma State, and that was like Oklahoma State's national championship. That was in Stillwater, and they were just so hype. I don't think it's going to be close at all. Looking back at UCF's schedule, they won a bunch of close games against pretty bad opponents, and Baylor won by 40 or something like that against Texas. So I think they've beaten better teams and beaten them by more. I don't think it'll be close at all.
Yeah, it's tough in these games because I like UCF, and I actually I don't know, I guess I don't like Boise State, but I followed them because before they were a big team, and I followed them because I was interested in the little guy. And last year I was really hoping for Northern Illinois to do something in their BCS game, and they just laid a huge egg. So I think I'm going to go with UCF in this. I think I'm going to do it because Baylor, don't get me wrong, Baylor starts scoring. I don't think UCF can catch up with them, but this is huge for UCF, and I think they're good enough. Like you said, they played in a lot of close games, but they played in a lot of close games against pretty good teams too. And I think that they're better than people are giving them credit for. I'm sure the spread's going to be like 14 points or something. I'm sure Baylor's huge favorites, but I think I'm going with UCF in this one. It's going to be close, but I'm hoping this is more of a hope pick, a hope pick with UCF. I'm hoping for a little magic in this game and keep it close, and maybe UCF pulls it out. That'd be awesome. So I'm rolling with UCF, and that's not a strong pick, but I'm going with UCF on this one. All right, we're getting closer. I hope you got your national championship pick.
I do.
I'm strobe lighting again. All right. You and I played this bowl game. Now that's a good bowl game we have coming up. I'm not gonna have it up for a while, but it's a good game, man. We got a Discover Orange Bowl, Clemson versus Ohio State. I won't say who we played as or what the outcome was, but just know that you're in for a little treat, kind of like the Wisconsin-South Carolina game we played. So who you got, Mac? Who you got?
I got Ohio State. They're going to be angry, and Braxton is the same kind of quarterback that Jameis Winston was, and Jameis Winston just destroyed Clemson with his legs and with his arm. So, Ohio State's going to win by a lot. They need to win also because they recruit Florida. They're definitely going to go down there in hopes of showing some recruits that they take care of business. So I got Ohio State.
Okay. That's funny you picked that. I'm hopping on that Taj Boyd bandwagon, baby. I think Urban Meyer is going to be sitting in the tunnel again, eating a cold pizza on his golf cart with his head down. Like, why? Because that's what he was doing after the Big Ten game, championship game. It's going to be a good game, but I can't go against Taj Boyd, man. I'm a big Taj Boyd fan. I do like Braxton, but I'm going Clemson here, man. And that's primarily just because I want to go against you. I'm not super confident in that pick either. But it should be a good game. It should be fun. If it turns out anything like you and I played, it's going to be a good one, man.
I think if you give Urban Meyers 30 days, then
that's a problem, man.
Inside and out.
Like what? I don't get it. Why is he such a good coach? Why is Nick Saban such a good coach? Like what do they do differently? They just like I don't get like what happens, you know?
They get the best recruits, and I don't know from there.
But I mean, even when they didn't have the best recruits, like Urban Meyer started out Buffalo, right, or Maine or somewhere. Then he started out somewhere
I think
odd.
it was Buffalo. No, then
he went to Utah. Right,
Yeah.
but before that he was somewhere like super teeny. Took them, moved that program up, turned Utah into a good team, went to a BCS bowl. That pretty much put Utah on the map in order to pole vault them into, the Pac-12.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, our last game's the national championship. But before we do that, let's see what the peeps are saying here. All right. A lot of people going Vandy on this one. Vandy. I think that's an ID3 pick there.
Yeah.
Missouri. Very, very close game, but I think Missouri can spread out Oklahoma State to the point where the middle of the field is wide open. That's QVH Uno. All right. Baylor by 4 touchdowns. Baylor in a blowout. Baylor by 8. 8 touchdowns, that is. I don't know about Baylor versus UCF. Honestly, I think both teams are overrated. Wow. You think UCF's overrated? Maybe. Your dad says Baylor by 17.5. Bet the farm. So, all right. Well, that's some investment advice. I guess I'll do it. All right, boys. It's that time. We got a good one. Florida State, Auburn, the Natty. Who does the Magnificent Mac have? Oh, he pulled up a Seminole hat. Oh,
I got Florida State. They have the Heisman winner on offense, and they have a top 5 team on defense. And giving Jimbo Fisher 30 days, another 30 days comment, but giving him 30 days, he's a great coach. I think he'll know the gimmicky offense of Auburn inside and out. They only run 3 sets. I don't think it'll be that hard for that great and extremely fast defense of Florida State to not let them spread the field and not thin them out. I think Florida State wins a little bit easier than people think they will. Auburn doesn't have that good of a defense. And that's really been why the SEC has been so dominant in the national championship games in years past, is because their defenses have been fantastic. But I don't think Auburn has that great of a defense, and that gimmicky offense. Nick Saban came off of a short week or a tough week. I think it was short. I think it was like 6 days or something like that. Anyways, he came off a short week and didn't have enough time to prepare for it. Jimbo Fisher has 30 days. I think he'll put work on that offense.
Okay. Question about that hat. Did Jameis leave that over there?
Yeah, he did actually. We were hanging out the other day. We were with some girls, and he just left his hat over here.
Yeah. Okay. You're not the person putting the allegations on him, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was actually there, and he's completely innocent.
Here's what I have to say about Auburn. I was wrong to all you Auburn fans who killed me in the comments. Or maybe you're not even Auburn fans. You just enjoy when I'm wrong. And you're like, I hate you, dumb. Yes, I picked against them. And the reason why, and I'm still sticking to this, is that they almost lost to Washington State at the beginning of the year. And they've been in so many close games. Think about it. They almost lose to Washington State. Don't hear about them for a long period of time. They played Georgia. Should have lost that game a few times. Miracle catch. Beat Georgia, which was awesome. Awesome ending. I'll give them this. They have some awesome endings. Alabama game. A.J. McCarron throws that 99-yard touchdown. Do you think the game's done? Nope. Somebody houses it. Game over. Going to the Natty. I think they're good. I don't think they're great. And they've been in a ton of close games. It reminds me of Notre Dame last year. Notre Dame was in a lot of close games. And they're good, but they're not great. And Florida State's good. Jameis Winston's good. You give any coach this much time to prepare, and with a good team, I think they can do it. It just reminds me too much of what happened last year with Bama, Notre Dame. I think Auburn gets beat, and I don't think it's close. I'm not saying they're going to blow them out, but I think it's going to be a couple scores, maybe 14, 17 points. I really don't think it's close. Maybe I should, maybe I should go get on the Auburn bandwagon just so in case they win, then people won't hate me for it. But I just can't. I just don't see Florida State losing. I think it's Jameis Winston's year, and I think the Seminoles get it, man. I don't have a hat to pull out though. The last time I rooted for Florida State was when Peter Warrick was on the team, and that was before he stole a bunch of stuff. You remember Peter Warrick?
I don't remember Peter Warrick.
Yeah, nobody does. Want to know why? Because he was a criminal, and he went to jail, and then he went to the NFL. He played for the Redskins for a bit. He sucked. Great player, though, in college football. I'm strobe lighting it again. Mac, that was good, man. We're both on the FSU bandwagon.
Yep. It's funny that you compare them and Notre Dame, because last year everyone was saying Notre Dame was the team of destiny, and this year Auburn's the team of destiny, and their destiny is to lose by like 4 touchdowns in the national championship.
Yeah, I mean, I see so many comparisons. I mean, think back to Notre Dame last year. There were so many close games that they should have lost, and they don't get me wrong, they didn't get as lucky as Auburn has the last 2 games they played, but they got a little bit lucky and they won some really close games, and man, you end up in there, man. You can mess around and get a national championship. It happens. It happens to the best. So that's it, man. That's all I got. I got the bowl games. It was good. Maybe we'll reconvene in the new year and see how good we were, and then maybe at that point we can talk a little pro football, playoffs. Cowboys should be making a push then. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
All right,
Green Bay should be in the playoffs by then.
Yeah. Let's hope not, man. Let's hope not. So yeah, I'll tally up. I'll put all the games up. Maybe I'll post a little something on the page, and I'll post your guys' as well. I'm gonna probably buy a new webcam before I do this again because something's going crazy. It looks like I'm like in the middle of a bug zapper right now. Like I can't even describe what's happening. So yeah, we'll post that up. We'll reconvene in the new year. Before that, let me just go through the comments again. First of all, thank you all so much for watching. It's been awesome. I love all the support. Jerry, we didn't talk about the Sugar Bowl. Your dad, good point. We didn't even talk about that.
Oh wow, yeah, we didn't.
I can't believe we skipped over that one, man. Bama and Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
I don't have it pulled up anymore. Is there any question? I'm going Bama.
I'm going Bama too. They have a lot of really good seniors, and back in 2008, Utah came in and pretty much this same scenario where not very good team kind of sneaks into a bowl game. I'm not saying Oklahoma's bad. I mean they're pretty decent, but just kind of sneaks in, and then Alabama didn't want to be there, and Alabama lost. I don't think it'll happen again. I think they'll take a history lesson from 2008, and I just think they're way too talented, especially with A.J. McCarron being able to corral the troops and keep everybody's head on straight. I think they'll win by a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it's – I mean, Oklahoma's – they're always going to be good under Stoops, but, Bama's too good. Bama should be in the national championship, and Nick Saban a month – don't get me wrong, I mean, he lost to Utah a few years ago, but that was an Urban Meyer coach Utah.
Yeah, it was.
So, I just think Bama pulls it out. They're too good. They should be in the national championship. They know that. We know that, but they're not. I mean, the Bama-Florida State's what everybody wanted. I actually kind of wanted to see Oregon play Bama because all the Ducks fans out here wanted that. So, all right, let's recap with some comments before we wrap this baby up. How long have we been going? We've been going quite a while, huh? About an hour?
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah. Upset Oklahoma Sooners, Dan Hay. Junior Ryan, Bama, roll tide, roll.
Ew.
Ew. Your dad's got Bama, or maybe he's just saying they're favored by 15. All right. People really getting on me about forgetting the Sugar Bowl. My bad, guys. I make one mistake in my, in my whole YouTube career. Besides that time I called the UCLA Bruins the Golden Bears. That was one of the first videos. That probably should have ruined my channel right then. Nick Nelson's got to go with Auburn. National championship will go through the state of Alabama. Roll Tide, by the way. Wow, a Alabama fan rooting for Auburn. You don't see that often.
No.
All right, Roll Tide. FSU over by halftime. Your dad's calling that one. Florida State, Roll Tide. Frank Enberry, from the day I was born until the day I die. Go VU, Vandy. Okay. Big Vandy fan. I like it. All right, guys. Shout out Dan Hay. You pretty much, I think you went toe for toe with us on all the picks. I like that. Shout out Jerry Curry one time. Junior Ryan, you went toe for toe. TJ, you were there pretty much the whole way. Frank Enberry, I like your logo, man. I don't know what that is. QVH Uno, like the comments. Who else we got in here? Am I missing somebody? I'm sure I am. I'm going to get killed for missing it. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll be doing this again, like I said. Mac and I will reconvene. Mac, one more time, plug the YouTube channel. People, go subscribe to this guy. How many subscribers you got right now?
11.
11.
I am so giant.
Okay,
I am a YouTube cash cow.
Okay, guys, he's got 11. So, wait, what do we shoot for? We shoot for 100 by the new year. We can get to 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
100's doable. 100's doable. So let's try to get him to 100 subscribers. Let's do it. What's the channel again?
YouTube.com/themacmk, and I'm putting up 16 bowl games in the next couple weeks and giving my 2 cents on them. And I haven't played all of them yet, so if you guys want to play any of them, just leave a comment in my update video that I just put up. I name off all the games I'm going to play, and just leave a comment in there, and we can try to set something up if I haven't already played it.
All right, go check it out, guys. I will put a link down below to his channel. Pokey, I don't know where that guy took off to. He was supposed to be in here tonight. But Mac, as always, man, I appreciate it. You did an awesome job. Per the usual, we will reconvene in 2014. Merry Christmas to you all, and to all, a good night.